Hey, this is Kristie with McKinley Coaching, and today's post is the first of an 8 post series on self care. This post today is on organization and self care, or more importantly, clutter and self care. And the reason why I'm talking about clutter first before any of the other modules, because clutter directly affects the root chakra, which is your foundation. It's your stuff. It's food, clothing, and shelter. It's pretty much your primal stuff. And when you have a lot of clutter, it just, without being dramatic, it just does more damage than you think. Because when you have physical clutter, you tend to have emotional clutter, spiritual clutter. It's just not fun. It's just not a fun feeling. And so the feelings can be overwhelmed. A lot of that can be when you feel like you have a lot of stuff, you kind of feel like you have to have a lot of stuff. And then that kind of goes into scarcity mindset. And the tendency might be to self-sabotage, because if you are working on something that you feel really, really important, and you feel that a lot's at stake, the tendency for self-sabotage is really high, because you just kind of go into a bit of a panic mode. And you just, because your thoughts aren't, or just because your thoughts are cluttered, it's really hard to get anything done. And if your space is cluttered, you lose the momentum and the motivation in trying to clear your space in order to get the work done that you wanted to do, just for starters. And there's lots of legitimate reasons to collect and hold on to things you actually need it, like clothes, shoes, socks, underwear, that sort of thing, shoes. But also, again, it goes back to scarcity mindset. It's like, for a lot of, for me personally, for a long time, the story that I had in my head was, I don't know when the next time I will get fill in the blank, blouse, pair of pants, a certain skirt. I need to hold on to this as long as I can. And another thing is guilt at getting rid of something. If it's perfectly good, or if all you need to do is just kind of sew it up and it'll be just fine, or add a button to it. If it's, and especially if someone is gifted it to you, whether it's a hand me down, or just a holiday or birthday item, sometimes it can feel really hard to get rid of something that you just kind of don't feel really excited about having, but you just hang on to it because someone you love or care about gave it to you. Um, and then again, it goes back into, again, touching on self-sabotage, which kind of goes into worthiness issues. If you're constantly self-sabotaging yourself, do you feel worthy to accomplish the thing that you say that you want to do? Your actions, would say otherwise, but that's definitely something to be thinking about. If you constantly keep doing the same things over and over again that bring you no joy, and just cause further discomfort for whatever that means for you, you have to kind of be thinking about, do I really think that the thing what I am doing is worthy of being done, and am I worthy of being the person that does that? So um and just kind of that all just kind of goes into what happens when we have too much stuff, just the overwhelm, the irritation, just how that just kind of is a domino effect for other things. I know for me personally, when I had a lot of stuff and too much stuff, it was just layers and layers of just shame and guilt at just, oh, I can't find anything, but I don't know what to do with it, because I kind of felt that I needed to hold on to it. But it was just this really bizarre spiral effect until, after several suggestions, that I do the KonMari method by Marie Kondo. It was just a spiral of, I would donate stuff slash get rid of stuff, recycle, throw it out, and then a bunch of stuff would come into the house, and it just seemed like it was just a cycle until I KonMari'd, as it were, my clothes, and this whole new world of possibility opened up. It was really kind of amazing. There's a process for decluttering, and anything, but like with your clothes, it took me an extra day, because the feelings of guilt and shame came up, because I was given all of these wonderful clothes that were perfectly fine and were really great, and just really just but a lot of it was just not my style. And so, after a lot of, just kind of, I took a lot of breaks and drank a lot of tea. And then I just kind of, towards the end of it, just kind of realized, I would totally light someone's day up who has, maybe has lost a home or just had to like just suddenly leave their home and leave everything behind, who probably would absolutely love this style of clothes that I'm donating. So I donated my clothes, 6 huge yard size bags, to a local nonprofit thrift store that helps out people who have been burned out of their homes and who have graduated from, halfway house or, drug counseling and things like that. Um, or just people that just, are just formerly incarcerated that just need a nice, set of clothes to just go for job interviews or start their first day of start their first day of a job. So once I let go of the fact that I had to have this stuff and understood how it would help people I would probably never meet, it felt much easier to let it go. And then as soon as I got home, I had all these different ideas and breakthroughs around stuff. So this also goes into working on your own stuff, and not so much in just clutter, but just in anything. And I say that because for the longest time, I felt that I thought, oh, if I help everybody else with their own stuff, I can that'll help me with my stuff. No, it doesn't, and oftentimes it backfires. And then I felt resentful and pissy because I was trying to help people that weren't in a space to receive my help or just weren't flat out needing my help. And I just, again, started this story in my head of what I thought they needed. So, other lesson, it all comes back to you. You're responsible for your stuff. Capital S, little s. And so just be mindful when you are looking around and you can't find anything. Just, you can try the KonMari method if that resonates with you. There are also other coaches and books and workshops and workbooks that you could try if you like, but just take the necessary steps to just try and eliminate the clutter as much as you can. And if you struggle with it, just kind of think about why that is, where that idea that you have to hold on to a lot of things that don't make you happy and don't light you up come comes from. And I know for me, that's a lot of internal things that, one, are kind of personal, and two, would take longer than this 8-minute video is looking like it's going to be. So I'm going to stop right here and just have a really great evening, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.